Hello everyone, it's Michael Bentley, and I'm here to show you how to install Cribble on an Ubuntu instance and Docker absolutely free of charge. Step 1 is to install Docker. If you haven't done this already, please go to docker.com and get the installer needed for your operating system, follow the instructions to install it, and just note you may have to restart your computer. So now's a great time to follow us or bookmark the video so that you can get back to this point after you restart your computer. If you've already got it installed, then let's move to step 2, which is to make sure that Docker is running. I do that by opening Docker Desktop and making it full screen so I can see down here that the engine is running. It's in play, not paused. It's good to go. I can even see some containers running from an earlier tutorial there. So it's running. Step 3 then will be to pull the latest Ubuntu image. We're going to run it all in one step interactively. A little bit more of an advanced Docker command. It's going to be longer than most that we've used so far, but basically this one command, docker run, we can actually map the ports to the image and also execute binaries such as bash. Right? All in one command. Now to do that, we need to be on a command prompt in Windows at least. So type that out here. To get there, we want to go to start, run, and then type in cmd and press return. Pretty quick. Use a Windows key and R on my keyboard to get start run real fast. CMD, enter, and then here we go. So that's the command we're going to run. I'll paste it and then move my window over here out of the way a little bit. Resize it. Okay. We'll talk about this command a little bit. You'll notice we have 9001 and then colon 9000 after the P. So that's the port. The one on the left is the local port, and the one on the right is the port in the container itself. So that's going to map port 9001 to 9000 in the container. 9001 on my local to 9000 in the container. The IT makes it interactive, and then you give it the image name that you want to run, and then bash actually runs bash shell. You see how fast that runs once you already have the image downloaded. Now, I'll show you what happens if you haven't already downloaded Ubuntu latest. We'll have to go and delete the container and the image from my environment before I can do that. So I'll show you how that works. You can't delete the image without deleting the container first. So we'll delete the container that was using the Ubuntu latest. Then we'll delete the image for Ubuntu latest. And now when I run the command, you'll see it does more than just drop me into a bash shell. Now it's actually got to download the image because it couldn't find it locally. There it goes. It's pulling from Ubuntu's library, and that take a little bit of time. So again, we'll be pulling the latest, right, and running it interactively all in one step. The bash shell at the end will give us a prompt in the container itself. It's pretty slick. Let's move on to step 4. We'll at least write it out real quick while that loads. Step number 4 is to update the Ubuntu package manager. Now Ubuntu uses apt-get, and we won't get into all the commands in apt-get, but one of the most important ones is apt-get update. If you haven't run that yet on your Ubuntu system, none of the apt-get commands are really going to work from there. Like, you're not going to be able to install packages because it won't know where to find the packages. We'll say apt-get update first and run that command. You'll notice it downloads all the different packages that are compatible with our version of Ubuntu. All right, so now we'll install curl with the apt-get command. That's real simple. It's apt-get install curl, and then I give it a -y, which tells it to answer yes to the "Are you sure?" question. Basically, it's going to have to install other packages, not just curl. It's going to have to install dependencies for curl. And it asks you if you're sure you want to do that. That takes extra disk space you may not have been anticipating. But I can just -y in most cases, and that won't be a problem. Once that's done, we'll switch directory or change the directory to the opt directory, and then we'll install Cribble. just a couple of commands do that. One of them is cd/opt. I think we're all familiar with that. But the next one is actually copied from their website. It's a curl command that actually downloads the latest version from their site and untars it for you. It's all one line, and we love one-liners, but it's hard to see that. So I'm going to try to separate that out into multiple lines here for the tutorial's sake. And just a word of caution, I fail miserably here. Don't copy this and run it in your environment. Wait until I fix it here in just a little bit. And I tried to add some slashes, which generally is like a line continuation in Linux world, and it'll let you keep going. But I did something wrong with my syntax here. It may be because it was expecting something where the slash was. I am not sure what I've done wrong here. Perhaps you know why this doesn't work when I paste it and it fails miserably. Here's the example coming right up for you. Why does this fail? Do you know? I have an idea, but I didn't really want to dig into it too far in this tutorial. My first idea was, hey, I put the slash in the bad place. Like, it was actually expecting like a word to be there that's not a slash. So maybe if I put the slash before the dash or somewhere else in this command, and now I'm thinking maybe I used the wrong slash. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't try and find out during the tutorial. So if you know, throw the answer in the comments. Help a fella out. Let me know what I'm doing wrong here. Moving on, though, I just make it all one line. Sorry if you can't read it. Apologize for that. I don't think I zoomed back in for the rest of the video. So it is what it is. One line that you can barely read. Here, I'll highlight it for those who prefer black on white. And then I'll run it. So that actually downloads all the files into the opt folder there, and they were in Cribble to begin with. So now I should be able to move on to step 7, which is starting Cribble. Oh, by the way, you can go to cribble.io/download for other installers and more options and instructions. You don't have to use that curl command, okay, but you do need to use the Cribble start command to get this going. There are other ways to start Cribble. Just for the demo, we'll do it this way real quick. Okay, it looks like it's going to start. That's a good sign. That leads us to step 8, which is to verify that the web UI came up and is running. Maybe it started and then it stopped. I don't know yet. Let's just go make sure it's up and running. We'll do that by going to our local host and port 9001. Another way to do it is to actually just come into Docker Desktop and click on the link under the containers port column. Right? It'll open it in the browser for you. I notice we're on step 8, so we're going to have to combine some steps real quick just to make this all fit in the 10. So let's go ahead and make step 8 login as admin, register the product, and let's say don't forget to change the password, but you really don't have an option. So register the product and change the password. So here we go. We'll log in as admin. I'll fill it out, my email and first and last name. And for company, I'm putting AbleVersity sent me. Feel free to do the same. Let the folks at Cribble know you're taking AbleVersity's training. All right. With that being done, you can change the password. So I just select a secure one my generator created for me, and here we are. We're in Cribble Stream. Now, every stream install is typically running on port 9000. You see there, I have it running on 9000, even though on my local host it's 9001. It's because I mapped it through so that I could have another one running on 9000. Can also do 9002, etc. The trick was in that docker run command, making sure the port on the right-hand side is 9000. All right, well, that's it. We've got Cribble running, so now we can share this video with our friends. If you got this far and you're happy with the results, please do. Share it with everyone. And then step 10, of course, is profit. So now that you know how to use Cribble, let me know any questions in the comments.